Folks, we are back to break down Boys Wade Sensei.
Oos.
Sensei, not last video, but the video before last. By the way, it's morning time, so Sensei's got some energy. He got energy. He got a lot of energy.
Morning. It's the 1:20, but that's morning for me.
That's morning for Sensei. It's morning for me over here. 10:20. I'm about to get on a plane to go to BKFC. But, Sensei, a couple of videos ago, we talked about the dream situation, right?
Yes.
Seems to be not just in the Minecraft community, in the YouTube community. This is becoming I don't want to say becoming an issue. It's becoming more spotlighted, right? More highlighted on the internet.
This is not the trends we're looking for. People.
Definitely not the trend that I want to pull up on my Twitter. But there's one in the sports world we have to talk about. The Josh Giddey situation. Are you
Josh Giddey.
Dude, he's hitting something. Listen, if that trend started with the kids, he's hitting something else with the kids. But
no,
sorry, man.
No.
So Josh Giddey has been accused, Sensei, of fiddling and fiddling with an underaged teen minor.
Gonna get locked up.
They won't let me out.
Ooh.
They won't let me out. I'm locked
Hey, OKC
up.
still playing them. Still playing them.
So here's the situation, Sensei.
What's the situation?
Let's run through it real quick. Josh Giddey has been rumored and now confirmed to be dating and potentially having intercourse with an underage girl from here.
Dated. Yes.
Dated. Excuse me, dated. No longer dating. I don't think it would survive.
No.
They're like, we're staying strong throughout this. Romeo and Juliet.
Christmas photos. She's on the sideline.
Got the prom photos and shit.
She got a chaperone at the game.
So yeah, listen, this is a crazy story because this girl lives apparently here in Orange County, California. Lives out in Newport. We'll get back to that and the reason that's important in a second.
Face House.
Shout out Face House. Not for this reason, but
no.
You're all shut up.
Okay. Listen. The Face House was in.
Face House was in Newport Beach. Okay, sorry.
Newport Beach is amazing.
Yeah, it's a great place. So the rumors start, right, and we're gonna go through a couple of these videos. Here's some of the evidence that was put on Twitter by an anonymous user of Josh Giddey hanging out with this girl, and again, you see the post is from OC Beers in Orange County.
What's up, man? It's Josh.
Who do you think that anonymous user was?
Josh. With your beautiful.
It could be anybody, man.
I'm saying this is Brother Josh, dude. It's 100% Brother Josh, dude.
Brother Josh was taken down at the whole
Brother
scene.
Josh is doing God's work, son. He's out here working.
Brother Josh is running the OC Beers account. It was him the whole time.
Beers. I'm done.
Here we go. Check this out.
Trent, what's up, man? It's Josh. Here with your beautiful sister. Good luck for your season. We're here going to Sacramento soon for a game, so all the best of luck. We're going to come up and watch you. Take care of business.
So that's the first shred of evidence here provided. This is Josh Giddey with the girl, right? Talking to her brother. I'm here with your beautiful sister. She's all giggly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? She giddy. No pun intended on the side. You understand?
She
giddy on the side.
Oh, no.
And he's saying, we're going to come up to Sacramento. Like, you can, from that video, you can tell this is not like hey, I just met you.
It sounds exclusive. Like, we're public about it. There's no secrets here.
Yeah.
They're not like trying to, like, hey, don't say nothing, low key.
I'm in the video with her. You know what I'm saying? I'm acknowledging her. I'm Roman Reigns in this girl. I'm acknowledging you. You know what I'm saying?
Can't Photoshop that. You know what I'm
saying? You can't Photoshop that. And he's talking about beautiful sister and all this. Like, he dropping lines.
Like, we're gonna come to your game. We're talking like in-laws.
Like when you're doing like a video with the girl, you introducing a girl to the family, and you don't have to say she's beautiful because you guys have talked about it privately, but you're trying to win points. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to win points.
Yeah.
Like, yo, this is my beautiful girl right here. And
we're gonna come to your game. Like, we're gonna come to your game.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
So here's the next picture. Again, like you said, definitely not trying to hide it at this point. It looks like a Snapchat. I wouldn't know because I'm not on the app, but he says, hey, I guess this is her Snapchat talking about to somebody about Josh Giddey. There he is. And here's this video.
Find another bar.
Again, from OC Beers, as Face Sensei says, brother Josh in disguise.
What's up, my man? We're at the front of the club. Me and my girl. About to head back to mine. Trent.
I'm sorry, I just read the comment. Quote, "Bat to head back to mine, bro. She's 15."
Oh, no.
Internet's fucking killing this fool. So,
But he clearly, like, this is my girl.
yeah, he's like, "Yo, we about to head back to mine. What's up, my man?" Like, he's talking to this
Right.
guy as if they know each
Right.
other pretty well,
Yeah.
right? Like, you don't just send. This isn't like a cameo. This isn't like Face Sensei sending out one of his cameos once every 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Even though you be talking just like that. What's up, my man?
For real,
What we say?
What's up? Shout out Cameo.
There's probably like 20 you haven't done from like 2016 or still in your email.
Honestly.
Okay, so here's the bomb dropper, right? Here is the one that caught the world's attention, Face Sensei. You're looking through your phone for the freaking cameo again.
Inbox. Shoot.
It's the first time you checked your email in 3 years.
This is 24 weeks. Jesus.
Oh, there you go. See? That's y'all Sensei right there, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Here's the one that got the internet by storm.
Wow.
Just fucked Josh Giddey.
Not playing no games, going straight to it.
Straight to it. And again, it's not like he's a prisoner in this photo. It's not like he's, yo, you know what I'm saying? Don't take this. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
He's
posing
posted
for it.
up.
He's posing.
He's hitting his Australian jail pose, dog. This is what they do in the streets out there. Kangaroos and peace signs, dude.
And
This is
also,
crazy.
she's posting it. You know, she's acknowledged. You know what I'm saying? It's not
Right.
like she's hiding it.
No,
Like, she's not like.
she is like, yo, let me show this off.
Right.
Like
right.
I'm a wag at this point. She learning from Layla Machado. You know what I mean?
She's on that Machado grind.
On that Machado guy. She listened to the audiobook, even though it came out when she was 5. 5 years old. Jesus. Anyway, so there's the evidence that we had to start this investigation, right? Now, let's actually pull an article up here because Twitter is a cesspool for misinformation. Let's see if we can get the actual information here on what's happening.
Yeah, because so far the signs are pointing to.
Yeah, right now, as you see it, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking Josh didn't know. He seemed a little ignorant to the situation that he was in. Because there's no way he's that.
It can happen.
Like, if he knows and then he's doing that, like, you got to be on some crazy, like, Jeffrey Dahmer vibes. Like, you know that is the case, and you just run around like a gay, like, you just don't care. It's like when the guy's, like, waving guns on the camera, you know, on Instagram. Like, what's up? We out here. We're coming to your spot. Like, okay, you just admitted to, like, 7 crimes.
I'll get me a Mick Ultra right now and throw her back. I don't give a shit. Shotgunning. Anyway, they're clearly in a club. And there,
Yeah, this was a year
the
ago.
girl.
That doesn't look like the girl to me.
that is the girl. 100% that's the girl. Josh is having a sip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's in a club, and their relationship was a year ago.
Yeah, this is not right now, by the way. And they're dancing. They're dancing. I'm trying to see if there's anything that would indicate that she's in a club, which would
It
indicate.
doesn't matter if she's drinking or not. She got in the club.
Well, here's
so.
what I was going to try to find. It looks like she is drinking, or there's something there. That's a straw of some sort. Like there's
Right.
something sticking out of her hand here.
If she got in, unless it's a 18+ club, because wait, wasn't Josh?
You can't.
He could have been 21 though, because he's 21 now.
It could have been.
So maybe it was
the
like an
start-
18+?
It could have been that he just turned 21. This could have been the celebration.
Right, and it could also be an 18+, and if it's 18+, still it should be an 18+.
Exactly.
Right.
She's
There's no-
still not 18 plus.
Correct, and that's the main thing.
And again, I'm speculating a bit, but it looks like she has something in her hand. That would be a straw that she's holding.
Yeah, that's. What do you think that's
You know?
Hawaiian punch?
I don't know.
What do you think?
High C, Fanta, who knows, you know?
Yeah.
That's what all the cool kids drink in Newport Beach. But this is, again, another thing to throw a wrench into this whole conversation because, like you said, how old did he think she was? I've known people, and again, I'm not going to sit here and try to excuse Josh Giddey dating a 16 or whatever year old. Like, that's not the point of what we're saying.
Right.
We don't know if Josh Giddey even knew she was that age. And you can sit there and go, oh, how would you not know? It's clear as day. I'm telling you right now.
No, it's not.
Depending on the person, depending on the situation, especially here in Orange County, California, you don't know because kids are dressing older than they are.
Yeah, but of course. It's
Kids,
not like,
there's sometimes where you look at people that are like, Jesus Christ, you're 22 years. No, dude.
yeah, I told you about that show. They had a bouncer who's supposed to ID people. They had like a show where people come on and he had to guess their age and see if you're right, and he got like every single one wrong.
No.
Like everyone he thought was of age wasn't, and then vice versa. This person, I'm not letting you in, and they're like 25. He thought she was like 14 or something.
And I'm not gonna, like I said, we're the last thing we're here to do is condone any of this. This is awful. All of it's awful. No. And again, we've talked about this. If it's true and Josh knew, and they're just acting like this is normal, under the jail, dude. Under the jail, because again,
of course,
if there's malintent here, there's a manipulation going on, whatever it is.
Right.
That's a minor, and you're an adult. You don't do that. But again, we don't know that that's the case because here is. Again, another small shred, but it is something of evidence of her being in a club that she's not old enough to be in.
Yeah, it wasn't like we have a video of him like driving by the high school.
Right. He's got a sticker on his car. It's like, I love Newport Beach High or something.
He's like, hey, what's up, girls? What are you guys doing later? You know what I mean?
My girlfriend's an honor roll student. Like, no, dude, it's not.
Yeah, dude.
No shot, right?
Because also, like, let's say you're in a 21 plus club that you offer a girl a drink. You're going to get in trouble now that you gave someone a drink who's underage? Like, you're in a place
where adults are supposed
to be. Right.
So, again, it's tough because I don't know, Josh Giddey, obviously you have to be more aware than this. This is a clear, like, if you've dated as long as apparently they did and long enough to where he was comfortable with the fam and talking about brother this, brother that, you have to be more aware than this.
Yeah.
You have to understand. And I know he's got other things to do. He's an NBA player. I get all that. But for God's sakes, man, do a little bit of research.
I know, a little bit.
You're an NBA basketball player, and it shouldn't excuse it at all. But I'm saying,
I feel like he had to know something, though, because he's talking to the brother. We're going to come to your game. Like, okay, so
we're going back to mine, me and my girl.
But, like, he knows where the brother goes to school. He knows where the brother plays. You know what I'm saying?
The brother could be old enough to be, because his name on fucking Instagram is OC Beers. He could be of age.
Yeah, it could be like a college game.
You know? I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, come on, Josh. Anyway, here is the article.
You're right, though. NBA players, like, their job, travel, maybe you don't have that. You see each other how many times. You're dating someone. Like, professional athlete dating someone, you may see them, like,
once a
couple times. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
So then over a year, you may have hung out a handful of times.
Right.
And, you're not really digging into his information. He's clearly not friends with any of her friends in high school.
Oh, hell no.
So
here is the situation. And I want to do one more thing. I want to see this. I want to see this interview they got Josh with the other day. This is when they asked him about it. Now, granted, you said he's still playing with the Thunder, and a lot of people have an issue with this. We'll get to in a second why he's still playing, and other guys that have been, sanctioned by their teams in the NBA aren't when these kind of things happen. I shouldn't say these kind of things, but when controversies happen. But here's Josh Giddey answering the question about what's going on here.
Over the past couple of days, it was a pretty serious allegation. I know nothing. Over the past couple of days, it was a pretty serious allegation. I know nothing is concrete there, but is there anything you can say as to this situation?
Yeah, I mean, I understand the question, obviously, but there's no further comment right now.
Over the past couple.
Oh, that man is nervous.
Dude, that is hair scratch. He's fiddling with that water bottle, dog.
I'm surprised he's not more nervous. This is the worst kind of
accusation, bro.
This is the worst accusations. You're talking,
outside of like murder, rape, something like that.
Yeah.
Like, to be fair, depending on what happens here, this could be considered statutory.
That's what I'm saying.
Rape.
It's like this. So he's like, and also if it was a year ago, it's like it was kind of. It's been gone. You don't worry about it. And now
it's
you've been waiting for
back.
it to surface, and now it surfaces, and you're like, oh no.
So that looks like a man.
Your whole team's like, don't say anything. He's like, oh.
And you have to wonder though too about your whole team. How does your whole team even look at you? You're like, what's this guy doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there is his initial response. You can read that as a guilty man. You could read that as a man that's very nervous and doesn't know what's happening to him and doesn't know how to react. He's also, again, 21. But again, this is what makes this so hard to look at because you don't know.
Not American as well. He's Australian.
He's Australian, and I'm not going to sit here and act like I know what Australian custom is, but it shouldn't be that adults are hanging out with minors. But I don't know that he knows
but
that.
I'm saying in terms of California culture, or like he wasn't like he grew up. He wasn't like he was a California kid. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
It's not like he's back home, like in his hometown. Because then you know, if you're back in your hometown, I mean,
who that is. Like, yeah, bro, I know who she is.
Who they are. You know where people hanging out. You get the vibes. You know, you're not like essentially a tourist in this case.
Right. Or
that's what happens though. People go over. Let's say I go to Australia, I go to a different place, I go to Europe. I don't know how things are.
Right.
So things that people may be hip to certain things. And I'm like, oh, man.
If you met the girl in the club, yeah, okay. This is the barrier of entry, right? This is why I don't have to think about what's happening because here's a barrier of entry. You are a legal age to be here. You know what I'm saying?
So that is a part that's I wonder how how that plays into it. You know,
it's got to at some point here. You would think, but. So here's an article from People. It says authorities in Newport Beach, California, which is probably one of the most wealthy places in Orange County, I would say. I mean, rest in peace. Kobe Bryant lived out there when he was still.
Kobe actually was. I don't know if you know this, but Kobe's was neighbors of.
That whole community over there. It's a beautiful place.
Like we're talking.
I used to work over there.
You could see the house. That's right.
I used to work at I'm not going to say the place, but I used to work at a really prominent golf course over there. Cleaning fucking clubs for people. Beautiful, beautiful area over there.
Yeah.
But you can tell there's a lot of wealth.
We're talking Kobe was like 2 houses down. This is like in Newport. They had their tolls. They had this highway.
Yep, toll road.
They would go to the face guys. I would go like with Norden when I would visit and stuff.
Yep.
We would go to the gym. Mm-hmm. And you can take like different highways. This highway was empty almost all the time.
Yep.
Only nice cars on it. Every time he went to the gym, it was $15, 14 and change.
Yep.
To go through the toll one way and then
through
back.
the toll back, right.
We're talking a $15 toll just to ride on this 4-way highway, and it was only like supercars on this thing.
Yeah.
And there would be a police officer would wave, and these guys were like not going the speed limit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it was just this road that nobody's on.
It's different
Newport,
out there.
different. Like $15 toll?
Crazy.
I'm over here like $1.25. Come on now.
You're like, we taking a bus,
for
son.
change.
We taking a bus.
$30.
Yeah, bro.
Just to take the highway.
Hold that.
That's what we're talking about here in Newport.
The reason I mentioned that, it's a very wealthy area. Is the reason I'm mentioning that. We'll get back to it in a second. Authorities in Newport Beach, California are investigating allegations that Oklahoma City Thunder star Josh Giddey had an inappropriate relationship with a minor. The Newport Beach Police Department is aware of information being circulated online involving alleged relationship between professional basketball player Josh Giddey and a female minor. The Newport Beach Department is actively seeking additional information related to these allegations and pursuing all leads and evidence to obtain the facts in this case. Again, talking about the 21-year-old point guard from Australia. Quote, we are aware of the report regarding the Newport Beach Police Department's inquiry. NBA spokesperson Mike Bass told the Associated Press, we are continuing to gather information.
This is tricky,
no comment
man.
on it. No comment. Now, they are apparently now actively investigating this case here in Newport. The Josh Giddey investigation. The alleged girl and her family are reportedly refusing to cooperate with the authorities. Now,
can mean a couple things now.
Could mean a couple things. Let's lay them out. First, it could mean there's bags involved. Money is being transferred. Don't say a word. Here goes my freaking 30-day contract. I just played my 10-day, right? Here goes my freaking signing, but whatever. Now, this is alleging that Josh Giddey would be paying them to not cooperate. Again, here's another scenario where I don't know if we can just assume that because of the people involved.
Right, you're talking Newport.
Talking Newport Beach here. There's money. Money.
Yeah, you and it's not like some people have money. If you're in Newport, you have money.
Yes, dude. You're talking millions.
You're not
the house you
gate.
live in is worth more than some people make in family generations, not lifetimes, generations.
Right.
Now, here's the other scenario with that being said. We are not going to sit here and accuse, but it does start to paint a picture that maybe is not being said right now. Is this girl afraid of, or the family afraid of potentially cooperating and a truth of this matter coming out of maybe she wasn't as honest with her age as she's as what should have been in the case,
Right.
you know?
Now you're talking a fake ID. You're talking getting into a club, underage drinking, coercion. You're talking about all these things. And who was complicit, who knew, right? You know,
Because that brings the
all these
entire
things.
family into implication, potentially.
Right, parents, and then reputation. We don't know, you know, these people are wealthy. We don't know the parents if they own a certain company,
Right. What's
or
going on
something
with
like
business
that, you know?
and the community and the whole thing. And to be
Can't be
fair,
messing up the business name.
if there's no, and again, the third option is one that we also have to take a look at here. The parents could be like, listen, we don't want our daughter in the public space like this.
Correct. That's like that was the main one.
She's
I thought
a
of. Like,
minor.
You don't want. Right, you don't want this to
And
be out
this
there.
stuff is now going to affect our lives for what could be Josh Giddey talking to a minor without or with knowledge, or the daughter lying, regardless of what it is.
It'll affect her life forever.
This is going to affect
her reputation,
the family, everybody else forever. And this is probably their way of going, we need to talk to someone that understands this because we don't know. It's all happening right now in front of us. The last thing we need is our public image, our face, our home, our community on every piece of news around. You know what I'm saying?
And it's tricky because I think the police in this situation, I don't know how much they care, but I feel like they would care more about or equal to, was there a crime committed by the bar, right? So are these places in our community allowing people to enter a club underage? Are they allowing people to drink underage?
So here's another video. And again, her age at the time is also something that I don't know. People are saying 15. People are saying 16.
Right.
I don't know. Was she 15 at the time and then turned 16? Was she 16 at the time and turned 17? I don't know. Regardless, the point remains she's a minor.
Right.
And I guess the point that people are trying to talk about is the age of consent. Being 16.
Well, not in California. California is 18.
Is 18. But if it was in OKC, I don't know. Like, I don't know
right,
where this stuff was.
He's in Oklahoma, but if this happened in California,
it doesn't matter.
And also, I think the police went on to investigate it because he's not an American.
Another thing.
Also tricky. He's Australian. Like, what? Okay, what's going on here?
Deportation, buddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? NBA career over. Not even just because obvious charges that would be filed if this was, again, you taking advantage of a minor, but also even if this isn't the case, deportation still on the docket here for multiple reasons.
I think the police were probably more encouraged to investigate this, not so much that because she's reporting this, because clearly she didn't report it. It was because they're finding out that there's an establishment that allowed minors into a place that they're not allowed, and that's what you create these kind of situations. And I feel like maybe they want to crack down more on that part of it to make sure you stop.
I'm telling you this.
That's
right
why
now.
the age of consent of California is 18.
I'm telling you
and
this
it's
right
higher
now.
than most states because of that.
I don't know where this club was. In here, let's take a look at this video. It says NBA player, obviously talking about Josh Giddey. This is the girl. Looks like probably in an inebriated state, saying this.
Hey guys, I dated Josh. We don't have to talk about it.
What's up, my man?
That looks like someone that isn't coherent. Like, it looks like someone that's probably inebriated and underaged.
Yeah.
And
it sounds like that's more recent too.
And flexing, and flexing something that happened last year, whatever. But again, I'll say this. When I moved out here to California, I have never seen with my own eyes, but I have heard some of these Orange County parties for, again, high schoolers and college-aged people, because we have UC Irvine right over here.
Right, all together.
All together, these things are not, they're not very strict from what I've heard as to who is drinking and who is allowed to be there and what their ages are. It's people know the OC, the fucking show. Why do you think it was made?
Right, exactly.
I know that people want to talk about, what's real life, what isn't. That one's probably pretty fucking accurate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and maybe this is why also that they don't want to, the family, or she doesn't want to cooperate, because that they know that the police They don't like if you're a police officer in this area, you don't like this reputation. This is something that you're trying to fix in your community.
Yeah.
So when it comes out, it's not so much about the person. It's about we got to find out the source, and we got to crack down on this thing that keeps happening, which is underage people, minors associating and being with people who are adults. Because again, California, the reason it's 18, not many states have it 18 in the United States. And where it is common is where you see like sex trafficking, prostitution. They make it higher to prevent these kind of situations. So now you have this going public. I think the police want to crack down so they can feel like they I would be encouraged as an officer to be like, let's do this so we can try to correct this and make a statement, right? Make an example out of the situation.
Yeah.
Because this could be a big turning point for, California OC culture and partying and underage. If they deport this guy and he gets in trouble and she gets in trouble, I feel like the police want everyone to get in trouble. We're going to shut down the bar. You know what I mean? They want to shut it all down.
Facts.
To make an example. This would be the opportunity to do that.
So here's the other part of this, right? And we'll end it on this because this is still developing. We'll probably do another video on it when it comes out, more information. But the big thing right now happening in sports media is the finger pointing, which is the stupidest thing that happens in these situations. Like, the whataboutism that comes out is hilarious to me. But people are upset because of the way sports media is treating Josh Giddey, and quite frankly, the way the NBA and the OKC Thunder are treating Josh Giddey in this situation versus, let's say, the Kyrie Irving situation from last year or the Ja Morant situation with, the gun-toting and continuous online, I don't even know what you'd say.
Yeah.
Missteps
but
by Ja Morant.
Did Ja commit a crime, though, or no?
Well, I think that the
Pretty sure
crime that
brandishing
was
a weapon.
Brandishing a weapon that they thought potentially had a switch on it and some other things that would have got him like a real charge, but I think it was dropped or there were some things.
And then in the club, he pulled the gun in the club.
Pulled the gun in the club, and then the story about, again, which happens in these situations when one story comes out, there's a bit of a pile-on that happens because then they showed the picture of him in the strip club, which I thought was super distasteful, the freaking strip club owner taking the picture.
Right, that was wild.
And they showed it. They showed it on Twitter and they posted everywhere. I was like, that's crazy. That's private stuff. Like,
someone paid like 10 grand for it or something like that.
No, it was 50, dude.
Oh, wow.
Wait, you talking about on the ground was 50. He had 50 thou in there just on the ground.
I'm saying someone paid for that video.
Paid for the video. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
wild.
And again, the Kyrie Irving situation from last year, the link to the Amazon book that was, a little bit could have been considered anti-Semitic or whatever you want to say about what Kyrie's intentions were about doing that. And obviously
no crime there.
No
just
crime. Just again,
controversial.
And then the COVID issue as well, right? Not refusing the vaccine, which I thought was a W move, to be honest. Like, stand on your morals if you're going to stand on something. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
Anyway, we're at this point now where we're pointing the finger and going, you didn't treat this the same way to pundits like Stephen A. Smith and Michaela Andrews. And I'm sitting here going, I get it, right? Like, you want a little bit of an equal playing field for things that were treated very harshly that weren't even crimes. And this one could potentially be one. But we're in that could potentially be space right now.
Right. You don't have all the information.
Exactly.
And that's when you're talking about a legal thing is like Deshaun Watson. There's the other part of it too. Remember Deshaun Watson?
Yeah.
That everyone came. Here's the thing. People came out, made allegations. So there was what was real is that there was actual females making allegations. Right. So for example, if this girl had came out and made a video or had made a report and alleged this strongly, I guarantee there might have been a different response. Because what you have is here, the girl's saying nothing. She's admitting to all this stuff happening. OKC knew about this for a year, actually.
That's another part we didn't talk about.
They knew about it for a year. So it's like the information is different. So when you have that, it's not like, now imagine this girl filed a police report a year ago.
Yeah.
And she's been trying to talk about it and people are trying to
shut it down. Yeah.
That's completely different.
Yeah.
Right. I guarantee the sports world would be like, whoa.
Yeah.
But when you get this situation, then you see the videos. Once you get the information, it's kind of like, this may be a situation where she was lying or whatever. So
It
I don't
could
want
be.
to.
It could
There's
be.
there's no allegation. The
We
only
just
allegation,
don't know.
right,
The only allegation is the
uh,
anonymous user Twitter and the pile-on process that's happening.
Right.
And I don't mean to, like, we're going to sound like we're running defense for Josh Giddey. We're not. We don't know what's happening at all.
That's
we will say
the
this
reality
now.
of the situation.
We are not
Yeah.
running defense for anyone that is fiddling or fiddling with minors. That's not what we're doing.
No, of course not.
But what we don't know is what actually happened here or the knowledge base behind it. We may never know. This thing may just, one of those things that happens where it just, okay, well, we just move on to the next thing. But
Yeah.
I think the process for this is we have to get more information.
Yeah, this whole thing about the whole Kyrie. Listen, the Kyrie situation is different. You can see what happened. You have all the information.
Yeah.
Then you're just giving your opinion on it.
Yeah.
A controversial topic. Like you're not like wondering, did he put out a video? It's not like they weren't sure if it was Kyrie or not, and they thought it was like a burner account, and then they're trying to talk. You know what I mean? Like they knew what Kyrie said, and then they placed their opinions on
And
it.
if Stephen A. and Michaela Andrews get the full information and still do this kind of dance around the topic, then yes, hold their feet to the fire and say, you know what?
Yeah.
You
What we
guys
saying,
aren't keeping that same energy, right? We'll do that.
especially if there's an allegation.
If she came out and did that, boom.
Yeah.
You better address this, right? But for now, I think the story is ongoing. Comment section, you let us know what you think about this Josh Giddey situation. Are we reading it wrong? Is there more to this than we even know? Hit us with the info. Let us know what you think. And what happens next for Josh Giddey and the Newport Beach Police Department and this family and the whole thing? We don't have any answers, but guess we'll find it.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it